Who guarding Kobe? Clay.
My people, thank you guys for tapping back in. Go ahead and give me a like. Let's help that algorithm keep pushing. Give me a subscribe if you ain't subscribed. I appreciate you. Even if you don't lift that finger and press the button, because it's just way too much of an obligation for you. 100 years of wealth to you and yours. Let's dive into this. Another troll, another LeBron jock sniffers on record saying some craziness about your boy Kobe Bryant. Nothing too crazy, but when you think of the junior GOAT, is what I'll call Kobe Bryant. When you think of the junior GOAT, this is completely blasphemous. And as you can see from the footage that I'm B-rolling behind me, you can see why this is completely blasphemous, right? So Draymond Green went on the Shaquille O'Neal Shaq podcast, the big podcast. Shout out to my boy Shaq, always keeping it real, always keeping it legendary and logical, right? He's always making sense for the most part. But he went on the podcast and they were having a little back and forth regarding who would have won between the Lakers championship teams and the Golden State championship teams. And Draymond, he hinted at he thinks that they could have pulled it off. And Shaq's like, hey, well, who's going to guard me? And Draymond's like, we don't really have anyone that could have guarded you. We might have that put a couple of people on you. But we might have been able to hold you back a little bit, right? Something like that. And Shaq's like, well, who's going to guard Kobe? And this is where the LeBron jock sniffers, their memory just doesn't have any memory. They don't remember anything, right? They don't remember 5 championships. They don't remember a 3-peat and then a back-to-back. They don't remember Kobe Bryant being the heir apparent and then also living up to that after Michael Jordan, holding down the league, going to China. The whole country loves him. You know what I mean? Like when he retired, MVP champs throughout the league, right? Let's see if that happens with LeBron James. I guarantee not. But Klay Thompson, Draymond Green says that he thinks that Klay Thompson could have guarded Kobe Bryant and held him. I don't want to say he said that he would have shut him down, but he acted as if Klay Thompson guarding Kobe Bryant could have helped them win in a series against the Lakers. Now I'm going to go ahead and ask you a serious question, right? You got a top 5 NBA player. And I'm going to go ahead and say what most people say, top 2 NBA player, right? The best NBA offensive player and the best two-way player since Michael Jeffrey Jordan, right? At the peak of his powers, winning a 3-peat with Shaquille O'Neal, right? So if you're comparing the team where Klay Thompson and Golden State won, Klay Thompson was never known for his defense, right? Klay Thompson is a good defensive player, right? But if you're talking about stopping top 2, or let's even say top 5, top 3, whatever, but really it's top 2. We all know Kobe's right behind Michael Jordan. If you're thinking that you're going to stop him, you better pull out an all-time great, an all-time defensive great player that is known for locking people down on defense to even have a chance. You better bring up someone like Shane Battier. Bring up someone like the guy who was guarding him, Allen. I can't think of his first name right now. You know what I mean? Like, think of players like that were known to give Kobe, never stopped him, gave him challenges. Because I can't even say they gave him a hard time. There's video of Shane Battier face rubbing across Kobe's nose as Kobe shoots and Kobe knocks it down, right? So these blasphemous statements are only meant to take tinks and kinks and hits at Kobe's legacy and slowly downgrade him. That's all they do. All these LeBron James sycophants, LeBron James jock sniffers, LeBron James supporters, because they have such a hard time just going off of his own career, right? Like, just think about this. When Michael Jordan ascended to the top ranks, there was no public pitch by his team or his management team or his fans. There was no public pitch to try to put him in this higher exalted light. It was a consensus, right? When Kobe was stomping through the league, scoring 81 points or going multiple games where he had 40 back to back to back or shooting 90 free throws without missing. Correct me if I'm wrong, it was 80 or something like that. But just doing all these great things along with winning, right? Winning the championships that have to be there in order for you to have that title. When that was going on, it was a consensus that Kobe was the best player in the league since Michael Jordan had played. Everyone knew he was the sickest, right? All the players in the NBA that would be asked that question, they would say Kobe Bryant over LBJ, right? It seems like now you have a younger generation that's coming in that are, choosing LeBron more. But even though they're NBA players, I really can't give them all that credit for being knowledgeable, right? I can't even give LeBron James that much credit for being knowledgeable because if you think about his age range, when Michael Jordan won his last championship, I was 17 years old. Fully engulfed in basketball from age, 5, 6, but like really, paying attention to those years, right? LeBron James is about 3 years younger than me. So when I was 17 watching the finals, LeBron James was 14 years old watching the finals. That means that while MJ was winning his championship, 6 of those, LeBron might have been 8 years old, right? Point being is just that I do not think that he was watching MJ as closely as he makes it seem, right? And the reason why I say that is because if you were, you would have a real hard time calling yourself the GOAT over your boy. But back to what we were saying, all right? So all I wanted to say was Draymond Green, add yourself to a list of trolls that just wants to take little nicks at Kobe's armor to try to uplift LeBron James. It ain't going to happen. My dude's going to spend 25 years in the league. He's going to bring his son onto the team that he plays with. They ain't going to win a championship. You know what I mean? And I'm not even saying that from like a anti-standpoint. It's just like you can't do that, right? Like you can't just keep hopping from team to team and think that that's going to lead to a win. That isn't the reason why the Lakers aren't winning, right? The reason is because your superstar isn't a two-way player, or he's not a two-way player 100% of the time. But to really, really break that down, when you think about Kobe versus Klay Thompson, as you see from the B-roll footage that's playing in the background, there's film footage of times where Klay Thompson was part of a double team on Kobe Bryant that couldn't even stop Kobe Bryant, right? It's just not even close to try to say that there was a chance that Klay Thompson could have stopped Kobe Bryant or even slowed him at all, right? Especially during those years where they were on the three-peat mission. So look back at those stats from those years. You tell me if there's any chance that Klay Thompson could have even slowed or hindered Kobe's accelerated path. But a lot of people won't want to weigh those factors out. But anyways, I want you guys to go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. And have an excellent day. Shout out to you and yours. And I'm going to keep on bringing this content. Hey, shout out Draymond Green. I still like him, even though that comment was estupido.